it's my honor to present my paper. My paper title is Research on a Creative Thinking Model based on Category Theory. My name is Tong Wang. Okay, before the invention of category theory, there was now a systematic methodology for interdisciplinary linkage, and many scientific advances depended on the genus of sense, associative ability. Anyone know the Galois invented the algebraic structure. Galois wrote his mathematical thought the night before the duel. The first I wanted to talk about is the Galois association. For example, Galois association of the two categories of group and fields contribute to the great development of number theory and group theory. Actually, N is the normal subgroup. It's the very crucial to develop the Galois theory. I introduced the basic terminology. First one is the category theory. Category theory was born in the middle 20th century during the development of algebraic topology, in which the structure preserving transfer from geometric objects, such as topological space, to algebraic objects, such as topological invariance. Category theories provide a systematic, precise, and abstract interdisciplinary scientific methodology. So the problems in different fields of knowledge are organized according to a specific category. And category theory use the factor to connect the different categories in different fields to realize the cross-field research. So the factor is very important. Unlike the philosophy of sense, which is dominated by natural language description, a category theory is the peak of abstraction in the field of mathematics. I introduced some basic definition of category. A category consists of the following properties. One, it is a class, like say, of second, for each pair x, y belong to say a set C, comma x, y, the element of which are called morphism. There is a morphism from x to y. Third, for each triple x, y, z belongs to say, there is a composition x, y, z, which is associativity and identity. So the following tables list a few common concrete categories. In general, function composition is associative. So a part of the definition is satisfied. Second, the definition is satisfied. Only thing that needed to be checked in each case is that a composition of morphism is also a morphism. The following table is the categories. For example, set, a group, a Bailey group, a raining. Everybody knows that the raining property in the algebra number theory is very crucial, especially the ideal conception is the basis in the number theory. So a natural isomorphism is indicated by the following diagram, FA to JA, and there is a ETA map. So the project map is F, F, and J to JB. There is a projection map G, F. So it's communicated in the diagram. So fiber bundle, there is a fiber bundle A cross B, and there choose the projections map, pi A, pi B, and this there is communicative associate communicative relation in a category. Structure in algebraic geometry. This is a basic diagram in algebraic geometry. In algebraic geometry, the Riemann-Roch theorem is a basic guide map for the integrals and algebraic geometry. But the many methodology is based on the category. So I introduce the basic idea of motivations in a creative thinking model. Category theory uses the factor as much as possible to construct this cross-category connection. The research on the brain mechanism of creativity mainly has two aspects. One is the creative thinking process, but the hundreds of many nervous cells in the brain connect and interact with each other. The human brain has a high degree of complexity and the biological level, especially the rational thinking ability of human brains. So starting from the connection of the cells, neural networks, and the neural function structure of the brain, it may be fundamentally impossible to study the rational thinking model of human being. So it's main reason I wrote the paper. Human rational thinking model has a high degree of freedom and transcendence, and such a problem cannot be expected to be studied by the nervous system. I think it is impossible to study by the nervous system. But why category theory? Mathematics often wonder what is the simplest example of this idea, which is called abstract nonsense. It's a joke. Now, category theory seems to be the question which I hope will be useful for the creative thinking model research. So I introduce the category theory model by using the category theory. Okay, let me review some philosophy in the ancient Greece. Pyramid classified object matter and the subjective state. The right figure is shown. Pyramid model of rational thinking gives a negative answer to the question of whether there is a connection between the existence and the non-existence, feeling and thought. I think it was right. After the Renaissance, the combination of rational thinking has undergone a huge change. And Descartes put forward the famous slogan, "I think, therefore I am." That is, all the world experience, all sense, and all idea are some kind of illusion. But the existence of his activity itself indicates a being, which is I, and the rational combination of the world can only proceed from doubt. Cassirer, a modern philosopher and scientist, a German scientist, regards man as a symbolic animal, and only in man the question of possibility and reality can be realized by the symbol. Man use symbol to create a culture, and the creation and the using symbol is the difference between human and animals. It's a wonderful theory. It's wonderful theory. Einstein said, in the structure of my thinking, written or spoken words do not seem to have any rule. The various concepts that appear in our thinking and our verbal expression are logically free creation of the mind. They cannot be derived inductively from sensory experience. Okay, reviewing the historical development of rational thinking, it is obvious that the transcendence of brain thinking beyond the words of experience, and even beyond human intuition, which get scientists to establish various scientific theory. Okay. In order to study the structural characteristic of brain thinking, it is necessary to categorize and axiomate scientific theory. So in my paper, I will to answer what is scientific theory. Okay, it's a definition 2. A scientific theory category includes 1, a collection T of subtle object. The subtle contains an operator O and its operation rules. 2, a collection of morphism, in which morphism F is defined T to T. F is said to be an automorphism factor induced by object collection. Let homology comma T denotes the entirety of errors from object T to T. Definition 3. A scientific theory is the homology T comma T. Okay. By investigating the process of scientific theory discovery, the category model of structured thinking of scientific theory is to be established. For example, the father of modern science, Galileo, faced a lot of the challenging problems. When he created new physics, such as the following. Everybody can hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Okay. Thank you all. I continue my PPT. For example, Galileo, he faced a lot of the challenging problems. It had to be the problem has to be answered. One, how to find simple laws from the complex appearance, and what principle and the truth can be based on. Second, compared with the old theory, how can the proposed law make the breakthrough in interpretation of experience? Third, what kind of mathematical property should the found laws have? Okay, the first question, Galileo. The first question, Galileo, combined with his own study of its motion. Okay, believed that the natural world itself is simple and harmonious. The language of mathematics is simple and clear, and the scientific research should follow the language to explore the secret of nature. Okay, the second question, Galileo argument to reveal the existing experience must be reinterpreted critically, such allowing the theory to be reborn from the new interpretation. Galileo interpretation also make man out of Aristotle kill of sensory experience. Third, the third question is very crucial. Even determining whether the new theory can become a scientific theory. To answer this question, Galileo proposed the principle of inertia, relativity principle, and the Galileo transformation. The principle of inertia becomes the foundation of physics, and is a principle involved into the basic idea of modern physics. Symmetry determines the equation of physics. Okay. I explained my idea about the Galileo theory. Actually, Galileo will think a sixth model is the following picture or paradigm. For example, the third characteristic is the following. the O, X prime, Y prime, Z prime coordinate system moves at a constant speed, U relative to the OXY system. When the T equals to T prime to 0, O coincide with O prime. The space-time correspondence between the two systems is the following. Okay, I think the scientific theory is a category. So the one theory, we have one theory, and somebody have another theory. How to judge which one is the right? For Galileo, she can provide two theories for us, but the Galileo can provide a category, a factor between categories. So there was a natural transformation for his two theories, as the following figure 4. Okay, but in investigating the process of scientific theory discovery, the category theory model of structure seeking of scientific theory is to be established. Okay, the 3 questions had been answered. Another example of the principle of human creative thinking is the introduction of general relativity. Einstein devised a thought experiment in which a person in an elevator could not tell whether he was ascending at a uniform acceleration or in a gravitational field of the ground. The reason for this phenomenon is that we cannot distinguish the gravitational field from the inertial field by any observation. Perhaps the gravity should not be regarded as a force at all, but rather as a property of the curved space-time. This is a start point for Einstein to think about the general relativity. Okay, from the idea that gravity is equivalent to the acceleration, another surprising conclusion can be deduced. Gravity can be eliminated by choosing a property acceleration reference frame. The idea of gravity as a property of space-time, gravity is a property of space-time. This conclusion led Einstein to the general theory of relativity. Okay. With the equivalence of principle, any non-inertial frame can be converted into an inertial frame as long as the influence of a gravitational field is properly processed. Okay, I think this is a very proper model to explain the second model for the Einstein general relativity. Okay, from the winning part of equivalence of the second order category, if the transformation F it can be decomposed and expressed as F equals to L plus A, or where L is the Lorentz transformation and A is an additional acceleration vector. Then F equals to L plus A still holds in figure 5. The corresponding physical phenomena in the two systems A and B are consistent. That is to say, the two systems are isomorphism. Physically, it means that the law of physics in the local inertial frame can be extended to the law of physics in any reference frame through the generalized space and time coordinate transformation. Einstein took the equivalence principle as a strong point and finally established the general relativity. For the conclusion, my paper's conclusion. Category theory deal with mathematical concepts in an abstract way, turning these concepts into a set of morphism. If we have two theories, each represent as a categories, whose object is a theoretical model. The morphism preserves the structure of the model in a suitable sense. If there is an equivalence relation for these categories, we can say that the two theories are equivalent. Many scientific theories can actually be described as a collection of certain mathematical structure. There are two main reasons for applying the equivalence of category theory in a study of scientific theories. First, the inherent property of scientific theory requirement. For example, the theory has a property of coordinate transformation invariance, isomorphism. Second, the equivalence idea of category theory can simplify this theoretical models so that the model can be greatly simplified and the research work can be achieved easily. So the structured sigma wave has a great relation and helps to master and create new scientific theory. So I have to say a sentence. The incomprehensible is becoming comprehensible by the category theory. So the end. Thank you all. Thank you all.